Hi everyone, welcome back. Patricia here with a quick tip on how to organize board games. I shared some pictures recently on Instagram and got some questions and comments, and I thought maybe I'd just make a video in case more of you are interested. Now, we do play board games on occasion. My kids are still really young, so we're not playing that often, and we're certainly not using the rules, but I still have them for my teaching days, and I personally like them. So as always, start with a declutter. I got rid of what we weren't playing, but I did keep a fair amount, knowing that soon in the future we'll be able to play them more frequently. Now, let me just tell you, before you declutter the entire game, consider using all of the pieces first. Now, the box itself can be a really good organizing tool, and Kindercrafty over on Instagram suggested making them into puzzles, so you cut them up into different shapes and your children can assemble them. But the board game and pieces can also be used. So those of you who are educators might find interest in saving the pieces for like counting, or if you make up your own board games, you can use these little playing pieces to go with that. You can just use the game board that comes with it and make up your own rules, characters, and different solutions. You can use flashcards as sort of your questions, and if you get the question right, you can move ahead 2 spaces or whatever rules you place on the game. Playing dice can be used for so many things. Scattergories comes with an alphabet dice, which is a really neat tool to use for your children in education as well. And I think it was either Cranium or Trivial Pursuit, but that one had a playing piece with all the different colors on a different side of a dice. And I'm sure you've seen Scrabble tiles being used in so many ways for cute, kind of whimsical home decor. So please consider keeping some of these pieces and just repurposing them. So once that step is done, now you have a stack of games. I am going to suggest something that I know isn't going to fit well with everyone, but take them out of the box. That was actually a really hard decision for me to make because the box is so pretty, but I was able to save so much space by removing the game from the box. Many times the box is just filled with a plastic piece to organize a small deck of cards and a few pieces. So once you've taken them out of the box and you removed all the packaging, you're left with just a few pieces and maybe a game board. At this point, I inserted everything into a Ziploc bag. If things were too big to fit, I used a binder clip to attach maybe like the game board to the Ziploc bag. I even cut down some of the boxes to be sort of like a label. So I know sometimes kids choose games and books based on the covers first, so I was able to keep the label there so my children can see what the game looks like. If you don't want to use plastic bags, you can consider using laundry mesh bags. You probably can find, I think it's 3 for $1 at Dollar Tree. You might even consider using pencil pouches, something that you already have, just some sort of bag that could contain all the pieces that you can easily take in and out. Once I had everything in bags nice and neat, I was able to use sort of like a filing system in a large Sterilite tote. I just put everything in. I did keep Jenga in its box and maybe a barrel of monkeys and a few things, but all of our games are in this one big tote in the garage. Like I said, we're not accessing it often, but when we do want to play a game, I can really easily bring that entire tote in at the end of our play session, put it back away in the garage. Before I was using this system, I just had everything in boxes in a storage ottoman, and I was trying to basically play Legos and Tetris to get everything to fit. I ended up wanting to use that storage ottoman for blankets, and so I had to come up with a new way. The hardest part about this system was getting rid of the boxes, but if you upcycle them or save some of the photos, it makes it a little easier. Again, I understand if it's not for everyone because for some reason it is just hard to get rid of that box. So while we occasionally take out the Twister mat or the barrel of monkeys, I'm anxiously awaiting the days when we can play Chutes and Ladders and all those fun games. I know it's in my future soon. What are some of your favorite board games, either current or classic? Let me know in the comments below just for fun to see what games you guys play. I know we used to play, was it Parcheesi and Life a lot? We'd always start Monopoly but never finish. We used to play Double Trouble with that bubble that you would pop and the dice would roll around. Thanks guys for watching. I hope this helps you organize and declutter your home, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.